Sir Payan, they called him, a name that echoed through the valleys and over the mountains, whispered in awe and fear. He was born in the harsh north of Gaul, a land where survival was a daily battle, where the wind howled like a wolf and the sea raged with relentless fury, shaping the people as much as the land. He was a warrior, toughened by the unforgiving land. Every swing of his sword, every step he took, was a testament to his resilience. The year was 450 AD, a time of chaos and uncertainty. The world was changing, and so was Sir Payan. The Roman Empire, once mighty, was crumbling. Its glory days were fading into memory, leaving behind ruins and echoes of past grandeur. Sir Payan served under the Roman banner, a loyal soldier in a dying army. He fought not just for the empire, but for the ideals it once stood for. He fought with honor, with strength, always for the empire. His valor on the battlefield was unmatched, his courage unwavering. But the empire was weak, its leaders corrupt. The rot from within was more dangerous than any enemy on the battlefield. Sir Payan saw the injustice, the suffering of his people. The very people he had sworn to protect were being crushed under the weight of corruption and greed. His loyalty began to waver. He stood at a crossroads, torn between his duty to the empire and his love for his people. The defiant knight faced his greatest battle yet, not on the battlefield but within his own heart. Rome, the eternal city, was a fading memory. Its legions, once invincible, were now shadows of their former glory. The Roman eagle, symbol of power for centuries, was losing its grip. Barbarians, sensing weakness, gathered at the empire's borders. Among them were the Saxons, fierce warriors from across the sea. They craved land, riches, and power. Their longships, like wolves on the waves, raided the coasts of Gaul. The Roman response was feeble, their defences crumbling. Sir Payan, witnessing the carnage, felt a growing anger. The Roman governor, a man of greed and cowardice, demanded more taxes from the already burdened Gauls. His insatiable appetite for wealth knew no bounds, and he saw the Gauls as nothing more than a means to an end. He cared nothing for their plight, only for his own enrichment. The villagers, already struggling to survive, were pushed to their limits. Their faces, etched with worry and despair, told a story of relentless suffering. Sir Payan, his patience exhausted, refused. He was a knight of honor and integrity, and he could no longer stand by and watch his people be crushed under the weight of Roman oppression. He would not stand by and watch his people suffer. The sight of the villagers' suffering ignited a fire within him, a resolve to take action and protect those who could not protect themselves. This was an act of treason. To defy the Roman governor was to challenge the might of Rome itself, a perilous path that few dared to tread. To defy Rome was to invite death. The consequences of such defiance were severe, often leading to execution or brutal punishment. Yet Sir Payan's resolve was unshaken, but Sir Payan was not afraid. He knew the risks, but his courage and sense of justice propelled him forward. He prepared for the inevitable confrontation with unwavering determination. He rallied his men, loyal and battle-hardened warriors, all weary of Roman tyranny. These were men who had seen countless battles, and their loyalty to Sir Payan was unbreakable. They would defend their homes, their families, their honor. The gauntlet was thrown. The time for action had come, and they were ready to fight for their freedom and their future. The Saxons, smelling opportunity, launched a full-scale invasion. Their longships, filled with warriors, descended upon the coast. Sir Payan and his men met them on the beaches. The clash was brutal, a maelstrom of steel and fury. Sir Payan, a whirlwind of death, fought with the strength of 10 men. His sword sang a song of defiance, each swing claiming another Saxon life. The sand ran red with blood, the air thick with the stench of death. But Sir Payan and his men stood firm, a bulwark against the tide. The fighting raged for weeks. Sir Payan and his men, outnumbered and outmatched, clung to their defiance. They fought with the courage of desperation, knowing that defeat meant slavery or death. But courage alone cannot win wars. Their numbers dwindled with each passing day. Supplies ran low, wounds festered. Yet Sir Payan never faltered. He rallied his men, his spirit unbroken. He knew the odds were stacked against them, but he would not yield. He would fight to the last breath. News of Sir Payan's rebellion spread like wildfire. Across Gaul, others took up arms. Roman authority, already fragile, began to crumble. The empire, facing threats on all sides, could not afford another war. Negotiators were dispatched. Sir Payan, though victorious, knew he could not win a protracted war against Rome. He bargained for his people, securing their freedom from Roman rule. The empire, weakened and humiliated, agreed to his terms. Sir Payan's rebellion, though a footnote in the grand tapestry of history, was far more than a mere skirmish. It was a bold statement, a cry for justice that resonated through the ages. This defiant act sent shockwaves through the dying empire, shaking its very foundations. The rebellion was not just a battle, it was a symbol of resistance against oppression. It proved that even in its twilight, Rome could bleed. The empire, once thought invincible, was vulnerable. The rebellion exposed the cracks in its armor. It ignited a spark of defiance, a yearning for freedom that would eventually consume the empire. The flames of rebellion spread, inspiring others to rise against tyranny. The rebellion left cities in ruins and hearts ablaze with the desire for liberty. It was a turning point, a moment when the oppressed found their voice. Sir Payan, the knight who challenged an empire, became a legend. His bravery and determination were immortalized in stories and songs, his name whispered in hushed tones by generations that followed, a testament to his enduring legacy. He became a symbol of hope and resistance. He showed that even the mightiest empires can be challenged,